Om Namo Narayana. So today I thought I would record, the introduction to Bhagavad Gita chapter 5. I am going along with my physiotherapy for some more time. So I thought in all fairness, I can start with chapter 5, but I'll do it as recordings rather than a live session. Because that way I don't have to bother about the time, right? So that's how I thought. Let us start with that. Okay. So first, let's do our prayers. Yeah. And okay. Okay. So let's look at this now. Mm. Om Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktim cha Tatputra Parasharancha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Mathasa Shishyam Shri Shankaracharya Mathasya Padmapadancha Hastamalakancha Shishyam Tam Totakam Vatikakaramanyanasmadgurun Santatamanatosmi Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunayam Namami Bhagavat-padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः So now you can turn to your Gita book and take out the Dhyana Shloka. Okay. So the Dhyana Shloka is on page number, our chanting book is on page number 2. Om Pashaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniം Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayiniം Amba Tvamanusandadami Bhagavad-Gite Bhavadveshini Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullaravindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vaitraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Geetamritaduhe Namaha Vasute Vasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहने कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सूतीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननदे कैवर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः सेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः. So we saw in chapters 2, 3 and 4 that Lord Krishna has revealed to us that everyone has to go through both jnana yoga and karma yoga. Means first karma yoga and then jnana yoga, so as to be able to discover one's own innate intrinsic divinity. Your oneness, our oneness with Ishvara. Oneness with Ishvara how? As Satchidananda. So to remind ourselves, let's look at the meaning of Satchidananda. Sat means existence, isness. In Hindi we would say honapan. Chit means consciousness, awareness. Ananda, of course, is that which is free, completely free of all limits. So limitlessness, anantata iti. Now, being free of all limitation, that which is free of all sorrow. Because what really gives us sorrow? Limitation gives us sorrow. So where there is freedom from all limitation, where there are no limitations whatsoever, no limitation in time, no limitation in space, no limitation in object, no limitations at all, then that is nothing but Ananda. So Sat Chid Ananda is ever present consciousness that is ever free of sorrow, that is by its very nature nothing but Ananda. सच्चिद आनंद व नित्य विद्यमान चेतना है जो सदैव दुख से मुक्त रहती है, जो स्वभावतः आनंद है. So I'll go back to the slides and let's go back here. Okay, so we saw that. Okay. Okay, what happened? Okay. So we looked in chapter 2 and 3 and 4 various aspects of Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga is the attitudes and the values with which we conduct our daily life, right? As we have seen before. But since we've had such a long gap in our studies, I thought let us just quickly recap. So Karma Yoga is based on our understanding of Ishvara being all pervasive as the Nimitta Upadana Karana. Nimitta Upadana Karana of what? Of this whole universe, this whole Brahmanda. Nimitta Karana means Ishvara is the intelligent cause. Upadana Karana means Ishvara alone is the very material out of which this universe is made. Iti. Therefore, if Ishvara is the intelligent cause as well as the material cause, it means Ishvara is present in every moment of our life, right? In every aspect of our life, in every moment of our life. So, our body does not exist without the blessings of Ishvara. In fact, not only our body, our mind is also illumined and it is ever enlivened. That which gives life, it is enlivened by the ever presence. Ever presence means that which is always present, the ever presence of Ishvara. Ishvara is always present all the time, always present in our lives. And Ishvara is present as the antasakshi, the inner witness of what? Of every thought and of every action of ours, of every feeling, every bhavana. Iti. So we just don't have an independent existence apart from Ishvara. Iti. So what happens when we understand this fact that we don't have an independent existence apart from Ishvara? Then there is great devotion, great bhakti towards Ishvara, and we become ready for implementing the attitudes of karma yoga in our lives. Iti. So, what happens is we understand now that we have the choice to act, right? And of course, we have been attending satsang, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. We have seen we have the choice to act, yet the results of our action comes from the laws of Ishvara, the laws of karma, which are the laws of Ishvara, the all intelligent Ishvara. Iti. So now understanding that we don't have an independent existence from Ishvara, in fact, we are Ishvaras. You know, if you must belong to anything, you belong to Ishvara. We belong to Ishvara. So what happens now when that understanding takes place? Only when that understanding takes place, then what happens? We are ready to dedicate all our actions to Ishvara. And we also become ready to gracefully accept or receive the results of our actions, whether it was now or whether it was previously, either in this life or in some other life. We are ready to receive those actions as even we would receive prasada from the altar. So, what happens? Our entire life becomes a puja. Antakarana Shuddhi becomes very, very important for us now. So, what happens? We are ready to give time for sadhanas like puja, japa, meditation, pranayam, iti, yoga. You know, all of these require time. We are ready to give time for the study of Vedanta also. And all these sadhanas that we do, in fact, everything becomes a sadhana, even the act of eating, because we acknowledge that the food has come from Ishvara, the strength with which we eat has come from Ishvara. In that way, everything becomes a sadhana. And so all our sadhanas are dedicated to Ishvara. They are all centered around our understanding of Ishvara being the intelligent cause and the material cause, and therefore with us at all times. And so every breath becomes an opportunity to remember Ishvara. When is this true for us? When we have understood all of this, right? Okay. So, what happens is you realize, supposing your Ishtadevata is Narayana. Now you realize that your Ishtadevata, who is Narayana, is in every cell of your being, is in every cell of your body, is in and through your mind, illumining every thought, who is witness of your every action. In fact, who is enlivening your entire existence. So Narayana is with you every moment. And you want to be with Narayana. You tend to forget, but your deepest desire now is that I want to be with Narayana. I want to remove the distance that I feel from Narayana. So I want to purify my mind so that I can recognize that the truth is I am always with Narayana. Iti. So now what happens? Our japa, becomes very live. It's not a chore which is to be done, you know, some mechanical chore, I have to do japa, I have to do 10 malas today. So then I just do it, and my mind is all over the place. It's not like that, because now japa becomes an opportunity to remember that ever presence in my life, to connect with that ever presence in my life, instead of allowing my mind to wander in this and that, right? Otherwise, mind wanders so aimlessly all over the place. Iti. So slowly, slowly, I begin to focus my mind. And what is the result of this choice of life of Karma Yoga? What is the result? The result is prasannata, contentment, inner contentment, which is not dependent on anything external. Inner peace, inner strength, inner resilience, the capacity to, I would say, capacity for endurance, the capacity for coming out of troubled periods quickly. Iti. So we develop that kind of inner strength. Iti. So now when we listen to Jnana Yoga, what happens is it becomes very, very clear for us. Now, after listening to Lord Krishna up to the end of chapter 4, Arjuna is still very confused about whether he should take sannyasa by giving up all his activities, or he should take to karma yoga. Like many sadhakas, he thinks that taking sannyasa through some ritual, that means ritually taken sannyasa, will take him straight to moksha. But this is not true, because moksha is not possible without antakarana shuddhi. Right? So we have seen before that karma yoga involves performing of duty based action. What is the attitude? As an offering to Ishvara. What do we mean by offering to Ishvara? Our daily actions, how are we going to offer to Ishvara? By acknowledging that Ishvara here is here very much present as our Jnana Shakti, our Ichha Shakti, our Kriya Shakti. Ishvara is present here all the time. And so, whatever Shakti we have in us is nothing but given by Ishvara. It is grace of Ishvara alone. Aniti, that I'm able to perform any action itself is Ishvara's grace. And so, whatever actions have come to my lot in my station in life, I acknowledge the presence of Ishvara in my life and I do them. That becomes my offering to Ishvara iti. And when the result of actions come, they could be these actions which I'm doing now, or they could be previous actions. Whenever those results of actions come, I accept it gracefully. And we saw the result of this is antakarana shuddhi. So there's a pure heart. Antakarana shuddhi means pure heart, in which there is this prasannata. We saw there is this resilience, there's this inner peace, the inner strength. Iti. So this heart, which can say without resistance, okay, nothing to stop you, nothing is a block in your heart, so that you can say, I am comfortable being myself. Iti. So I put down certain statements of what that involves. I'm comfortable being myself. So, inner peace. Okay, let's look at what this slide has to say. I have to move this. Inner peace is there when you can say without any inner resistance, I forgive myself for all commissions and omissions, known or unknown, towards myself and others in this life and others. What, you know, things I may not have taken care of my health. I forgive myself for that. I may have hurt myself in so many ways by not eating properly, iti, by doing so many things which are hurtful to my body, by thinking so many thoughts which are hurtful to my mind and body, iti. Whether I know them or I don't know them, whatever I might have done, omissions, commissions towards myself, I forgive myself for that. And maybe I also committed certain omissions and commissions towards others. You know, I did not say sorry to somebody whom I hurt. Maybe I hurt somebody. Maybe I, क्या बोलते हैं ना, उनके अधिकार छीना. Maybe I overstepped my limit with somebody, causing them lot of hurt, causing them lot of pain, causing them anger and frustration. Maybe I criticized somebody. Maybe I brought them down, humiliated them in front of somebody else. Iti. All that can give us lot of guilt. But a point comes at which you're able to say that it's okay. I made mistakes. I try to make up for those mistakes in whatever way I can. And I forgive myself eventually. I did the best that I could with the knowledge that I had, and I forgive myself for my mistakes towards others. Okay? It's a very big thing, this act of forgiving ourselves. Yeah? Then I forgive others for all their omissions and commissions, all the hurts and betrayals of trust, what they might have forgotten to do for me and say to me, ite, what they might have actually done to me for hurting me, ite. I forgive them for all of that. It's a whole process. There will be a lot of anger, hurt. We process all that and come to a point where we are ready to let go. We say, I choose peace. For moksha, I need a peaceful mind. I choose peace. And I'm ready to let go of anything that stands in the way of peace, my own internal peace. So I'm ready to let go. I allow myself to forgive. Not because of anything else, but so that I am peaceful with myself. It's a process. Yeah. Then I also have a prayer in my heart. May they forgive me. There's humility. There's admitting to myself how I might have hurt others, and so may they forgive me. When all of this is done, what happens is I'm able to say without resistance, I approve myself. I'm okay. I approve myself. I accept myself. I love myself. Here we are talking, when we are saying myself, we are talking about the ego, the personality. I'm comfortable being myself. Look at this sentence. I'm comfortable being myself. It's a huge blessing to be able to say, I'm comfortable being myself. And then I also have in place an attitude, okay, for which I've not written it here, unfortunately. Okay, that Ishvara is the ever presence who is there all around me, in and through me, permeating every cell of this body, in and through the inner witness of every thought of mine, iti. And Ishvara is my Sukhrud. Ishvara is my well-wisher. Ishvara is my friend. Ishvara is my mother, father, iti. So all situations that Ishvara is all intelligent. And so all the situations that I face are Ishvara's blessings. Even if they are painful, yeah, even if they are very painful, there must be some good in them. Iti. So this also takes a lot of antakarana shuddhi before, and a lot of devotion, a lot of understanding of Ishvara, of Ishvara's order, of Ishvara in the form of the order, the niyati, before one is able to say that all situations are Ishvara's blessings, even if they are painful, there must be some good in them. There must be something that I can learn from them. Iti. So, like this, the person who is living a life of karma yoga has to gain what we call as jnana-yoga yogyata. Yogyata means the eligibility, the adhikaritva, the capacity for jnana yoga. And what is that adhikaritva? It is antakarana shuddhi, a mind that is suitable for jnana yoga, which is able to assimilate jnana yoga very easily. Iti. And what is jnana yoga? Jnana yoga is the process of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. What is Shravana? We have seen it many times before, but Shravana is the process of listening to the Shastra, words of the scriptures like Upanishads, Gita, some other Prakarana Granthas like we did Atma Bodha, Sadhana Panchakam, right? Tattva Bodha. These are all Prakarana Granthas. And we listen to them from a competent teacher who is able to unfold the words of the Shastra. Manana is dwelling on the words that we heard, analyzing them so as to remove whatever doubts which may be there in our mind. And we use logic, which is in keeping with Shastra. And we remove whatever doubts are there in our mind. So now, with Shravana and Manana, the intent of the Shastra is understood. Not only that, there are no more doubts in my mind. If Shastra is saying Tat Tvamasi, there are no doubts. You don't say Tat maine samjha, Tvam maine sanja, par asi mein fasi. You won't say that. There are no more doubts. And when this happens, that there are no more doubts, then you're ready for the third stage of Jnana Yoga, which is Nididhyasana, which is contemplating on the words of Shastra, whatever has been understood, dwelling on those words, staying with those words, staying with the meaning of the words, right? So as to own up this knowledge, to make it your own knowledge. So a shift of identity takes place. The I, which was wedded to the body mind sense complex, shifts its identity and recognizes its identity with Ishvara, with Sat Chit Ananda iti. So the person who wants to follow moksha, okay, will have who wants moksha will have to follow karma yoga and gain antakarana shuddhi, and will have to follow jnana yoga and gain moksha iti. Arjuna imagines as many confused sadhakas that he can follow either karma yoga or Jnana Yoga. But really speaking, there is no choice between Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Both have to be followed. Karma Yoga will naturally give you Jnana Yoga Yogyata or Antakarana Shuddhi, right? And Jnana Yoga Yogyata means that you are now ready for Jnana Yoga. And then you follow Jnana Yoga and the person gets moksha iti. So there is a sadhana. Sadhana means the sadhan. In Hindi we will say sadhan. Sadhana is the means, the sadhan. And there's a sadhana, sadhya relationship. Sadhya is the lakshya. So what is the means towards the lakshya or the goal, right? If you want to go to Chandigarh, which is the goal, then what will your sadhana be? You can have multiple sadhanas. You can go by car, you can go by train, you can go by flight. Iti, right? So the sadhan would be either the car or the train or the flight, and the sadhya would be the destination, the lakshya would be Chandigarh. You want to go there. Iti. So this relationship of sadhana sadhya relationship is there between karma yoga and jnana yoga. So karma yoga is the sadhana and jnana yoga is the sadhya. This has come at the wrong place. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So karma yoga becomes the sadhana and jnana yoga becomes the sadhya, the goal or the lakshya. Then when the result is jnana yogyata or antakarana shuddhi, and when you get this jnana yogyata, jnana yoga yogyata, okay, then jnana yoga becomes the sadhana, and naturally the goal becomes moksha, and the result is moksha. So now can you say that I choose only karma yoga? I don't want this jnana yoga business. I choose only karma yoga. You can't say that, because it's like sitting in a bus, okay, which is going a non-stop bus, which is going to Chandigarh. And Chandigarh is the last stop. So you are here in Dehradun and the last stop is Chandigarh and it's the only stop, I think. And you're sitting in that bus and then you say, I will not go to Chandigarh. The bus is moving now. And you say, I will not go to Chandigarh. I will stay only in Dehradun. You can't say that, because once you have chosen the sadhan, automatically the sadhya is chosen, right? Can you say, I will choose only Jnana Yoga? You say, I choose Jnana Yoga. If you say you choose Jnana Yoga, then automatically you've chosen Karma Yoga. Because without Antakarana Shuddhi, which you gain from Karma Yoga, you cannot come to Jnana Yoga. Iti. Right? So once you choose the sadhya or the lakshya, you have automatically chosen the sadhan. Once you choose your lakshya, the goal, you have automatically chosen the sadhan. Okay. Can you say I choose only moksha? If you choose moksha, then automatically you have chosen both karma yoga and jnana yoga. Because you need antakarana shuddhi, for which you need karma yoga. And then karma yoga by itself cannot give you moksha, because you need the jnanam. So you come to jnana yoga, so you need both. So if you say that I want only moksha, it's like I go to a doctor because I have a terrible headache. Yeah. I tell the doctor that, hey doctor, I've got this terrible headache. Please free me from this pain. Doctor says, take this tablet. Now I don't like allopathic medicine. So If I refuse and I say, no, no, I want to be free of this headache and I'm going to this particular allopathic doctor, he will think you're nuts, He'll tell me that he will actually think, he may not say it, that he will think that I'm nuts. Because once you choose, or once I choose that I want to be free of the headache, and I have chosen this particular doctor, then obviously I have chosen the tablet that he is going to suggest. Iti. So now can you ask if Jnana Yoga is the sadhana or the sadhya? You cannot ask that. It depends on what standpoint you're speaking from. It's like asking, is Rama the father or the son? Hey, from the standpoint of Love and Kush, he is the father. And from the standpoint of Dasharatha, he is the son. So the standpoint is very important. And that's why here you can see from the Karma Yoga standpoint, Karma Yoga is the sadhana and Jnana Yoga is the sadhya. Right? And the result was Antakarna Shuddhi. And the standpoint of Jnana Yoga, that is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana is the sadhana, and the sadhya, the goal or lakshya is moksha. And what is the result? It is moksha. So there is a krama involved, a sequence involved. Karma Yoga, then Jnana Yoga, and then the result is moksha. So, summarizing, the sadhya, the lakshya, the goal determines the sadhana. Like we said, the destination determines, I want to go to Chandigarh is the destination, it will determine what is my sadhana for going there. Then, when you choose the sadhana, you have automatically chosen the lakshya also, right? Once I choose the bus going to Chandigarh, obviously I have chosen Chandigarh. I will go right there. Then there is no choice between Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, right? If moksha is the goal, both Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga have to be followed. Okay. Yeah. So this is the thing. Now Arjuna was confused because he was not understanding Lord Krishna's meaning of sannyasa, because Lord Krishna talked about sannyasa in chapter 4. Arjuna thought Krishna was referring to sannyasa in chapter 4 as the lifestyle of sannyasa, meaning the person, vidhivat, according to rituals, he has taken sannyasa, he has given up activities, iti. Therefore, he thought he had a choice between whether he should take karma yoga or he should take the lifestyle of sannyasa. But Lord Krishna was not referring to sannyasa as a lifestyle. He was referring to sannyasa through knowledge. And what is that knowledge? That knowledge is that Atma or the self is free of all action, always free of all action. So, Krishna was referring to sannyasa, or what we call as vidvat sannyasa, sannyasa through knowledge. Iti. He was not referring to lifestyle sannyasa. He was referring to the reality of the self being free of all action. So Arjuna got this confusion, that should I take to sannyasa or should I take to karma yoga? But there is no choice. If you want sannyasa through knowledge, yeah, you need antakarna shuddhi first. For antakarna shuddhi, you will have to go for karma yoga. And from karma yoga, then you will come to jnana yoga, where you will get this knowledge of the self being free of all action. There is no choice there, Iti. So next time we will look again at Arjuna's confusion in more detail, and then we'll start with chapter 1. I will start with verse number 1 of chapter 5. Om Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः। पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी। देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः। ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः। ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु। सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु। सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु। सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः। सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः। सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु। मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। असतो मा सद्गमय। तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय। मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।